this is the Irish Colleen. She belonged to my sister Nora, who passed away, but she got her as a replica for me because I was her baby sister. And she had her in a glass case, so that's why she's so well preserved, not like me. So she came all the way from Nottingham. So that's what I used to look like once upon a time. She even has her little freckles from the sun. She probably spent some time out in the bog.
One specialist retail outlet has been here since the airport opened 30 years ago. The Knock Shrine booth.
And it's great because I do my own thing and I know what sells and what goes and what the people want. This is my speciality, the little thing from Knock, of Knock Holy Water, a little bottle. And I fill it myself, and the bottle I sell. People used to say, how far is the shrine? I'd love to get Knock Holy Water. Sometimes they're in a hurry and just can't get to the shrine. The holy water is actually free, but still they can bring 5 of those through. So it's brilliant, and they love it. And of course the mass cards will be the biggest seller. I have ladies that come back and they get lots of mass cards. Someday this lady brought it to me for a little presents. When they come back, they always like to see them. I know, I have all my own stuff, but I get little bits and pieces like that, yeah.
Departure right turn on track, there's a stop, climb, flight level 130, Ryanair 59 Fox, okay.
59 Fox, Echo, read back correct, report ready for departure.
Okay.
We're going through a historic change here in terms of the runway orientation or the designation of the runway at the moment. At the moment, we have runway 2709. In other words, 27 in one direction, and the reciprocal of that is 09. Runway 27, it will in fact be runway 26. And at the opposite side, our 09 is going to change to 08. Due to the difference between true north and magnetic north. The magnetic north is actually moving around all the time. And basically has to do with navigation and the principles of navigation, because everything is based on magnetic north. You will find that your magnetic compass, it has gone closer to 260 degrees than 270 degrees. So which is why we have to get out the buckets of paint and start swooshing out the 7 and putting in a 6. Our new designation will be runway 2608. Even though we haven't moved an inch, we're still here. It is an expensive process. So our navigation charts, our signage, our runway markings, all have to change. Apparently the amount is in the order of 100,000. It will probably be another 50 years before this process has to be looked at. Amazing.
And you remember from the song we sang around the campfire about Knock, it was about a young lad at the age of 38 and his mother sent him west. And he took a wrong turn in Charlestown and he ended up in Knock.
Came to the airport to learn about how planes work, how they'll fly, how they don't fall out of the sky. Just part of the air badge and scouts.
Then came the piece from Partry, Father Horton was his name, and since he's been appointed, Knock's never been the same.
We're here today to welcome Nicholas Quinn back to Ireland before he heads off to the Olympic Games in August. So Nick qualified for the Games in April. He's just calling into Castlebar today before he heads off to the Games in a few weeks' time.
Good to see all the cousins and aunts. Wasn't expecting that at all, so nice little welcome in. The Olympics has kind of been like a dream. I remember like in 2012 watching Katie Taylor get her medal, and it was like sitting at home in Castlebar. It was amazing. Like years of hard work gone into it, and to know that I'd actually qualified, it was kind of surreal.
Oh yeah, here we go.
How are things? How are you?
Good. Well done, Nicholas.
Definitely wasn't expecting that at all. That's just really nice to see people coming out. Wasn't expecting that.
Now look at this, Nicholas. Oh my God.
Jesus. How are you? Oh, thanks. How are you?
Congratulations. We're so proud of you. We
Thanks.
really are.
No, thanks a million for coming out. I think I'm kind of shaking. I'm a bit emotional now.
It's kind of a secret hobby. It started off as a bit of fun, and sure, you end up finding out people have more of an interest than you ever thought.
One thing you can always count on: where there's an airport, there are plane spotters.
What ends up happening is they're kind of embarrassed about being into planes or into airports, but the more people that realise is into it, the more people, or the more they want to get involved in it. I don't know what the correct term for it is. Some call it plane spotting. To me, it's just coming up for a look. You know when to come up, you try and pick the busy times. There's no point sitting beside the runway and only fresh air landing on it, you know. With Knock being 30 and myself being of a similar age, we grew up together. There was an interest, it still is an interest, and probably will be an interest long into the future.
It's like being in the crow's nest up here. You can get a different view of how the operation is running, how the queues are building up and developing. So it's actually a good point. So you're seeing both security and the commercial side of the business. We can talk right from the cargo apron.
John McCarthy, head of operations, is busy ensuring that everything is running smoothly and that extra security is in place for a holiday visit by a VIP. And as VIPs go, they don't come much bigger than this one.
Obviously, the Vice President of the United States is huge. It's huge for the West of Ireland, it's huge for us. The embassy contacted us about 10 weeks ago. They came down, the Secret Service, and they told us that Vice President Biden was due to visit Ireland. They spent 2 days here doing a recce of the whole aerodrome. And the day after, embassy got on to us and said that, yeah, he'll be here. We've had the Mayor of New York and we've had a lot of VIPs, but this is, really has taken over our lives for 10 weeks. A lot of agencies involved, Gardaí, Department of Foreign Affairs, and we have about 100 Secret Service agents on the ground. And we had the White House communication equipment, the red phone, as they say. That's all in the country and ready to go. We've had 3 arrivals of the C-17s. I suppose today was the big one when we had 6 of the Vice President's cavalcade vehicles in. It's house of cards stuff, you know? So this is our boundary. It's 208 acres of an airfield, so this has to be protected. Anywhere we have a road inside the airport, there's a guard at the fence every 100 metres. They've set up a HQ down in our car parking where the teams will be briefed.
And you cannot deviate from that point. Under no circumstances can you enter onto the runway.
This exercise for the airport is so important that we set out a protocol for a VVIP, which Joe Biden is. We couldn't just go up and say, guys, we can do this. We've handled Air Force 2. Nothing's a problem to us.
Yeah, that's the Aer Lingus from London now. Fine looking sight.
Are you ready to go now? Are you still available?
Yeah, I'm available. They will still need access to Bravo sometime today.
All right, where are you located now?
I'm still in the same building.
In the Met, okay. I will meet you at security. Can you come down as far as security?
Yes, sir, I will.
All right, see you in a minute. Bye, bye, bye. That's Americans. Lots of Americans about doing all sorts of stuff. Engaged in all sorts of activities to make sure that everything runs smoothly for Joe Biden's visit.
Military, Navy, half of them I don't even know who they are or what they're doing. We have some people up on one of the roofs here. They don't talk that much, but yeah, they're very nice.
Meanwhile, amid all the Secret Service and cutting-edge security, the grass needs to be cut. The Army have been called in to search the airstrip.
There is some serious activity going down.
Those are storm drains. Obviously, anything that isn't secured down or nailed down, they're obviously testing to see if it is possible to lift them up. And if they did find one or two that would lift up, they will weld them down.
My husband surprised me with some flowers. When's the last time you bought me flowers?
Our first anniversary.
Oh, right. Yeah, and we've been married how many years? 14?
14, yeah, 14 years.
Oh, he gets top marks now today.
Takeoff mass then is the zero fuel plus the takeoff fuel. So some airlines may say, yes, we want 30 bags in hold 2, 31 bags in hold 3, and the remainder in hold 4.
As preparations continue for Joe Biden's visit, new recruits take part in a compulsory training program. Today, the class concerns the weight and balance of an aircraft.
At the moment, when we look at it, it is just a piece of paper. When you put your name to the bottom, that is no longer a piece of paper. That is a legal document. Any questions?
So our flight has just landed.
Trainee Sarah Murphy must now put theory into practice, filling in that legal document, a live load sheet.
This is my first time without a supervisor. If it's wrong, the captain won't accept that. And he'll make me do a whole new load sheet again.
Block 2215, taxi 70, trip 976.
So we have a block of 2215, fuel 70. It's all about the centre of gravity of the aircraft. It's about seating the people in the right places. So when a plane is taken off, it has to be like that at all times. It can't be like that or it can't be like that. So I'm ready to start my load sheet now. I've got all my figures. It's very nerve-wracking time. We have to calculate the passengers and the weight of each bag. So there's different weights for a male, a female and a child, and then there's different weight for bags as well. So there is a lot of calculations on the load sheet. Once you hear the last passenger on board, you can feel the pressure like. I'm after calculating the top of it wrong. Oh, I have to do it again.
Any mistakes mean that flight BE 563 will not be allowed to leave the runway.
I have 2 more tags, so we have 14 pieces now, is that correct? 3, 2, and 2.
Yeah. 2, 7.
Yeah, cross your get
Yeah.
Lovely. Do you want you're coming out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, you?
Yeah, we're just training on load sheet, so it's our first live one. Yeah.
No pressure. That was good.
Okay. Thanks very much. Now, all done. Oh my God. I put one figure wrong on it at the start, but it's better to notice it yourself than going out there and them saying to you that's wrong. And you'd have to end up going back in and doing it all over again. That's my load sheet done for today.
One man waits patiently for his flight, returning home from a holiday playing music in the west of Ireland.
Well, it's 2 hours before I can check in. I did arrive back at the airport with a group of friends, but they've taken off now. On previous occasions, I've actually got the fiddle out and played 1 or 2 tunes. Last time I played the fiddle outside in the open near the taxi rank. People passing by, wasn't taking a lot of notice, but one fella came along, he wanted to put some money in my hat. But there's no hat, he didn't know where to put the money. Oh, it's been a lovely week really. I expect I'll come again.
The 3-day security operation for Joe Biden's visit continues through the night, which calls for unusual working hours for the airport chef.
It's unusual, all right, to be here late at night. It's a force for me anyway. So just keep the eyes open. Obviously, I have 110. There's 160 tomorrow. Over the 3 days, I think we're looking over 1,000 meals this evening. We have turkey and ham, chicken curry, or beer battered cod. Rice and chips are all rice. When they go back to their stations, they'd get a high protein bar, some fruit, and they'd get a sandwich as well. It does get quite chilly in the night, so yeah, you'd obviously need the protein, all right, to keep you going.
It's a fantastic occasion. I mean, these are events that happen once in a lifetime, and to get the Vice President, what more could you ask for?
What's the feeling before Joe Biden arrives?
Everybody's just really looking forward to seeing him.
Me, that's the kid.
As you can see behind me here, we've global media. Indeed, we've got representatives from Washington, national media. You can't buy PR like this. It's a great occasion here at the airport.
Taoiseach is here, all the VIPs are here now, so there's a lot of people around, a lot of eyes on us, but it should work.
Brilliant to be part of this. It's a very big day for the airport. It is a serious event. Somebody more important than me here today.
We can go no further than here. It's a complete sterile security area, and nobody other than the American staff will be entering the aircraft. I'm not brave enough to go up the steps today somehow or other. We'll leave that maybe for some other day.